Let's say this briefly this morning. You know, see, I want to tell something. There are a lot of people that have spiritualized everything around them. Even when they are supposed to work on themselves, they still spiritualize it. You know, see, I want to say this clearly this morning. It is not every lady that is having a delay in marriage, or every man that is having a delay in marriage or getting married, that has a spiritual wife or a spiritual husband. It is not every lady that is having delay in marriage that has a spiritual husband. It is not every brother or every man that is having delay in marriage that also have a spiritual wife. Some of them, what they just need to do is to work on their character, is to work on their attitude. If a sister at 35, 35, 40 is not married, there are two things that could be involved. It is either it is spiritual or it is a self-inflicted pain or a self-inflicted situation because of your character. Why you are dating any of those brothers, in their presence you could pick the phone of your mother and shout at your mother anyhow. Everybody that you are talking to on phone, you are talking to the person in high tone, in high voltage, in anger. You are always angry, you are always insulting, you are always disrespectful, and you think that brother will not run for his head. And you think that brother will just say, because of Christ, let me marry problem. Because of Christ, let me marry my own grave. Because of Christ, let me marry my own doom. Some of you, all you need to do is to change your character, is to behave like a woman that is marriable. Everything is not coming from your father's compound. Everything is not coming from your mother's compound. It is not even everything about you that is an arrow fired against you, fired against your marriage, fired against your destiny helpers. Some of these things are because of your character, and because of God. See, you are praying to God to give you a good husband, a God-fearing husband, a financially stable husband, an educated husband, a free-spirit brother. Don't you think that the mother of the husband too is praying that God, give my daughter a woman that will be able to take care of, give my son a woman that will be able to stand in the recess as a wife? Don't you think that that brother is also praying and say, God, give me a wife that will give me peace? In the sincerity of your heart, do you think that God will actually find you for a man that is praying for peace? Or do you think you are an answered prayer for a brother or to a brother that has been praying for peace, that has been praying for a woman with good character? You are in church, you hate everybody in church. You are in church, everybody in church to you seems like people that are going to hell except you. Very, very judgmental. A Christian that hates fellow Christians. You are a brother, you nag more than a woman, and you think that woman want to accept the proposal ring or engagement ring from a brother that nags like a woman? A brother that complains about everything? A brother that is self-centered, that cannot give? A brother that cannot even take care of his laundries, that cannot even take care of his personal hygiene? You want a very neat sister, a clean sister that have organized her life very well to come and marry a pig? It is not everything that is spiritual. Some of these things are attitudinal. Some of these things are characters. Some of these things are things that we possess ourselves, not what one uncle or one auntie in the village did. No, some of these things are attitudinal. Some of these things are actually projection that we cause by our own attitude. Go and check. There are so many fire-branded sisters. There are so many sisters that give all their time and attention to the church. They are not married. There are so many brothers that are more committed in the church, even than the richest person in the church, and yet they are not married. Does it mean that they don't have the fear of God? No. Does it mean that they are living a bad life? No. Does it mean that they are wayward? No. Does it mean that God hates them? No. But character-wise, how well do they behave? How well do they treat that sister? How well do they treat that brother that will make that sister or that brother want to marry them or want to spend the rest of their life with them? See, a man can date anything, but a man wants to marry a wife material. Yes, a man can date anything that has skirt, but a man will only marry a wife material. Change your character is not a prayer point. Change your character is not by fasting and prayer. Change your character is not by paying or sowing seed. It's not by being a worker in the church. God will not give an half-baked woman to a fully baked man. God will not give an half-baked man to a fully baked woman. You are following the brother out. The brother, or he went with his friends, his guys, they went out. They open one bottle of beer, you open one. They open 2 bottles of Gouda, you open one. They open 3 bottles, you open one. And you want the man who marry a woman that will bring up, you want the man to bring up to marry a drunkard. Will the drunkard bring up his children? Change your character. It is not prayer, it is not fasting, it is not seed sowing. It is not by being a worker in a church or minister. It's not by being a giver. Change your character. He said, therefore, a man shall find a woman. And he said, whoever finds a wife findeth good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. Are you a good thing? Are you a good thing? Are you actually favor from God? Will you actually be favor from God in his life? In all you do, no matter how spiritual you think you are, whatever God does not bless, he does not support. And whatever he does not support, he can never bless. Good morning.